Hello to everybody. We are in the Frascati National Laboratories. Actually, you see in my background there is the Daphne Collider. And Frascati, it's part of the Transnational Access infrastructures in the European project Strong 2020. And today we are here to learn something about what it's being done here from a young researcher who's working and has been with us for a short period of time within this transnational access. And I will introduce you our guest of this afternoon. So first of all, I'd like to ask you, who are you and where are you coming from?
My name is Georgios Matzaridis and I'm a bachelor student from the Technical University in Munich. I just finished my bachelor thesis and decided to come to Frascati because I love Italy very much. Over the past few years I grew to love it even more, and it was the perfect occasion for me, I think, to stay in Italy and learn new physics and come in contact with the research life.
So you love Italy, but you also love physics, as you said. And you have been here working in our infrastructure. So more specifically, what were you doing while being here, Georgios?
We structured my stay here around the calibration of the detectors which are used in the Siddhartha 2 experiment. These are silicon drift detectors, and I learned how to calibrate them. So I started from the beginning. I got the energy spectra, and I had to make the data analysis, learn the necessary steps. And while doing so, I got to know the collaboration, the people who work here, and how the daily life of a researcher is, and especially concerning the Siddhartha 2 experiment, which is in the Daphne accelerator there. Yes, I learned how it's built up, and how it works.
Okay, so you mentioned Siddhartha 2 experiment. You were working in this calibration of detectors, but what does Siddhartha 2 do? You said that you have learned physics also, so give us a proof of what physics is Siddhartha 2 doing inside the Daphne accelerator, which stays just behind you.
So the Siddhartha 2 experiment wants to measure kaonic atoms, which is basically you take an atom and you replace the electrons which are surrounding the atom with kaons. These are negatively charged particles which have a strange quark inside them. And this is very important because like this you can study how the kaon interacts with the nucleus. And by doing so you learn about how strangeness, so the strange quark, interacts with our everyday normal matter, let's say, which is made up of up and down quarks. And learning about this interaction could help us understand how neutron stars are made up. And this is a very fascinating idea because, I mean, we can go inside this building, accelerator, and learn about stars which are very far away, distant neutron stars, which are let's say, corpses of big stars. So very fascinating things we can do on Earth, learning about the space.
Okay, so you've been here with us in a rather difficult period, coronavirus period, but still you could work with us, of course, with all the safety measures in place. And well, Georgios, just as a last question is if you want to tell to our public anything else related with this experience within the Transnational Access of Strong 2020 European project in the Frascati National Laboratory of INFN.
So I like thinking about, I like the name Strong Interaction because it's one of the creative names the physicists give to things they discover. But I think it has inside the curiosity which drives every researcher, because people knew that there has to be something strong binding nuclei together, so they called it the strong interaction. And from there, just by asking how and why, continuing asking questions and wanting to discover more, we arrived at particle accelerators which recreate instances after the Big Bang, or the Daphne accelerator with kaonic atoms, which is here to study neutron stars. All started from the, let's say, naive idea there has to be something strong binding the nucleus together, and we continue asking questions. So my message to the public might be, don't stop asking questions and be curious, because the world is very fascinating, and within physics we try to make this wonderful world graspable.